Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
The Lovecast. The Lovecast. The Lovecast.
Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
Greetings, Earthlings, Queens, Kings, Star Children, and Bacchanalians. Welcome to another summer edition of the Lovecast. The Lovecast is a broad-spectrum music exploration radio program with an emphasis on peace, love, and the rhythm of consciousness. Positive vibes for challenging times, specially formulated for people who aren't stuck in a groove. If you would like to explore the musical diversity that is the Lovecast, you are in luck, because you can literally stream and even download hundreds of past Lovecasts at my online audio archives. The Lovecast online audio archives can be located at mixcloud.com/Dave O Rama or at thelovecast.podbean.com. You can also find the Lovecast on many popular streaming platforms, but not on Spotify. You can find links to other Lovecast streaming affiliates on the banner at my Podbean website, so go exploring into the long past history of the Lovecast. You won't be disappointed. The Lovecast is produced at Crazy Acre Studios on Lovecast Island on the western edge of Canada for Toronto community radio station CIUT FM. The Lovecast has been broadcasting on the public airwaves for 23 years, and CIUT FM recently celebrated 38 years on the FM frequency. The program is also syndicated on Ubuntu.fm and CVOX Radio online, as well as CJMP FM community radio on the Sunshine Coast. Wherever you're listening, Dave O Rama is sending you love. It's summer and hot weather means carnival season. Carnival being the word that means farewell to meat, which is something I definitely support year-round. Toronto is deeply immersed in carnival fever, which has inspired Dave O Rama to dig around in the audio vaults and put together my own Carnival Schizophonica Globalisto. So grab your costumes, vibe yourself up, and get into formation, because it's time to fire this street party off the launching pad. But first, I think we must start with something cool and refreshing, just to cleanse the streets. So here's the Electric Peanut Butter Company to call on the gods of rain to provide us with a refreshing musical shower from the Lovecast.
Yeah.
Hey, this is Doc Sue, and when I want to be zoning in, zoning out, I listen to the Lovecast.
The Lovecast, the Lovecast, the Lovecast.
You're deep in the groove on the Lovecast.
Some skin and bones from master percussionist Johnny Blas with some dancing trombones behind my voice. English multi-instrumentalist and producer Nasser Bouzida in costume as the Bongolian, bringing the hot Googa Mama soul, coming to you from the album Moog Maximus. And I sprayed the streets with rain off the top to help keep the dust down, as I suspect there's going to be a whole lot of dancing going on today. Dave O Rama brings you Carnival Schizophonica, celebrating the end of flesh. Humans have come to their senses, and I'm celebrating with a delicious mix of spicy sounds to turn your head around on this first hot August weekend of 2025. I've got some more Latin jazz and Boogaloo coming your way, so pull out your tickle trunk, get into costume, and join the line as Ed Calle and Mamblue hit the streets with their pulsating big band sound right here on the Lovecast Carnival Schizophonica, hitting your hips through the sound of your city.
What up, world? It's Rise Ashton in Ottawa, Canada, and you're listening to Dave O Rama dropping some funky schizophonics on the Lovecast. Boom, 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 boom.
If you think you're shy, do me a favor, honey, go You're listening to the Lovecast.
French producer Chris Joss keeping it funky on the Lovecast with his Pulse Momentum. New York Latin soul legend Joe Bataan in the set with something featuring the band Los Fulanos from his album King of Latin Soul, and something for all the Mestizos. Bronx Puerto Rican pianist Pete Rodriguez was in the set with a remix of his dance floor scorcher, I Like It Like That, a reimagined version of the Latin soul classic by British musician producer Aaron Jerome, who is known as Subtract. Going out to the musical memory of Peter Rodriguez, who passed away last year at the age of 89. Also from New York City, a big sound from the 11-piece Latin soul outfit Spanglish Fly, filling your alien brain with the Martian Boogaloo. Spanglish Fly managed to squeeze all 11 members into a tiny desk concert that's definitely worth checking out. And something super dynamic to provide us with sound propulsion, some high-octane fuel from composer, arranger, and multi-instrumentalist Ed Calle and Mamblue, Dr. Ed Calle, and his incredible Mamblue project with the composition Gruveando to conjure up the good spirits as Dave O Rama heats up your mind and body with my Carnival Schizophonica. Up next, let's celebrate some true soul, deep sounds from the left of stacks and something to guide us into the next set. Right now, here are the leaders talking about the rat race for anyone stuck in traffic listening to the Lovecast.
Hola, mi nombre es Elizabeth Rodríguez de Ocan, una banda de Toronto, y este es el Lovecast con Dave O Rama.
a super fine percussion workout called The Golden Bamboo by Italian musician and producer Mop Mop. If you're a regular listener, you will have heard Mop Mop's music on every Lovecast opening theme since the Lovecast started using a theme. And I think I'll continue to use the music of Mop Mop consistently as my theme changes and evolves over time, because his music is so open to being utilized that way. I also blessed you with the super funky Cuban jazz-inspired sounds of Miami septet Paulo. Going back a ways to the album, this is Afro-Cuban funk and something super shiny called Oro. Then back to Brooklyn with the Greenwood Rhythm Coalition serving up some salsa verde in a Latin Caribbean b-boy breaks infusion from Names You Can Trust. And straight from the Soul Vaults, I got that mess moving with some deep sounds from the Left of Stacks. I sampled volume 1 of that superfine compilation showcasing the leaders, spreading the word that it's a rat race out there, and you well know you have to be a rat to run a rat race. But what we're doing right now is taking it to the streets to parade together and celebrate the sunshine and the end of meat with a big messy mix of tropical vibes during Dave O Rama's Carnival Schizophonica Globalisto. We are now going to move into hour 2 of the program, so here's Vancouver Juggernaut 5 Alarm Funk bringing something for all the humans right here on the Lovecast Summer 2025.
And you are listening to the Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
Welcome to Carnival Schizophonica Globalisto, where we are celebrating the first August weekend of summer 2025 and the end of meat. That's what the word carnival originally meant, an end of eating flesh for the entirety of Lent. But Lent has come and gone, so I thought I would push the concept a little further into the public consciousness. It's a schizophonic mix to go with the energy of the season, and I do hope that you are willing to turn off the AC and open your windows to share today's Lovecast with your friends and neighbors. If you want to take a deep dive into the Lovecast, there are literally hundreds of past broadcasts of the program archived online at mixcloud.com/Dave O Rama or at thelovecast.podbean.com. Lots of gold and goodness to dig through at the archive, so I hope you'll share the positive musical energy with your friends. The Lovecast, positive vibes for challenging times, specially formulated for music lovers who aren't stuck in a groove. If you love hip-hop, or if you love Latin jazz, or if you love both, then coming to your ears straight from Toronto, this is Uguera, here to celebrate the sun and the fun with Mi Solar, right here on the summer 2025 edition of the Lovecast.
Un lugar donde hay de todo, se baila rumba hasta un guaguancó. Está mi cosote ya vacua, trae cajón que no pasa nada. Vive un valero, está Batalá, hasta vi un chino se hizo santero. Está la mulata, está el extranjero, gallo, bebero, también paloma. Está el sacrificio, vive Ramona, un solo baño, ya no hay prejuicios, todo se comparte. Gallo empingado, no hable mojón. Yo soy feliz, soy tradición, me llaman Cuba, sí soy cubano, nací yo ahí. Hay matanceros, también guineros, llegó el reguero, perros y gatos. Y en la caliente está Juicy Me, apreto, espera, pito, regao, pues pa' cualquiera y así se vive. ¿Qué va a hacer que no hiciste? ¿Qué va a hacer que te fuiste? A ver, dímelo ahora. A ver, cantando vine a vencer la dificultad. Uno, dos, yo. Mamá Tomasa me hizo santo para seguir luchando. Sigue venciendo, sigue avanzando. Ese es mi hijo, dijo, carajo. Nacer, crecer, vivir, morir. Vamos. Más, yo la vivo así. Titi plantó y en el dominó. Se vio y un forro, yo no me corro, fue por el don. Yo estoy jugando, hay papalotes, también carriola y una pistola de 38. Pan con perrito, pan con bizcocho. Se oyeron gritos que hasta las 8. Aquí son 4 con barbacoa. Está Cecilia de CDR, guarda la queja. No hablé mojón, toqué en el 1, vive en 14. Mira, ajá, ina pa' la esquina. Y María arregla con la talla. Y en la batalla no da toalla. Y se me traya, ya no hay tema. No me gustan los problemas, no te portes mal. No me gusta el mal, me gusta la piscina. Así que oye, Ina, vete pa' tu esquina. ¡Negra! ¿Qué vas a hacer que no hiciste? Oye, míralo bien. ¿Qué vas a hacer que te fuiste? A ver, dímelo ahora. A ver, cantando vine a vencer la dificultad. ¿Qué vas a hacer que no hiciste? Oye, míralo bien. ¿Qué vas a hacer que te fuiste? ¿Qué vas a hacer?
masacote, todo el mundo a bailar. Llegó la hora de masacote, vamos todos a guarachar. Oye, pégate a la banda, vámonos a mover mamá. Llegó la hora de masacote, oye niña, a moverte ya. Cómo no, a mover mamá. Cómo no, a mover mamá. Oye niña.
ustedes dicen agoya, ago, ago. Cuando digo ago, ustedes dicen agoya, ago, 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 agoya. Deseamos que esta música les purifique y les cure sus heridas y les permita librarse de sus cargas para renacer a una vida de sabiduría más rica y más profunda. Agoya, 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 agoya. Hermanos y hermanas, nuestro viaje comienza ahora. Recuerden que siempre tenemos que seguir el camino verdadero. Agoya, 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 agoya. Nuestra ceremonia está llegando a su final. Hermanos y hermanas, que vayan en paz.
Some world-class Canadian talent in that set, including Ottawa big band the Soul Jazz Orchestra, blazing the inner fire with something hot and brassy called Agoya. Vancouver salsa troupe Mazacote also made an appearance with La Hora. They have some gigs coming up in the Lower Mainland around Van City, so if you're on the West Coast, then go check out the dates at mazacoteband.com. And from Toronto, bringing the sunshine in musical form, mixing the Afro-Cuban jazz with a hip-hop sensibility, the band Oguera, with the track Mi Solar featuring Cuban musician Alexander Abro. Check Oguera out at their Bandcamp page where you can sample their new album, Llena de Amor El Mambo. Some tropical heat behind my voice from Germany's Bacao Rhythm and Steel Band as Dave O Rama brings you Carnival Schizophonica Globalisto, specially designed to celebrate the end of flesh as we slowly evolve into a more peaceful and empathic society. It's carnival time on the Lovecast, so right now we're invited to an Obia wedding with the king of Calypso, the mighty Sparrow, right here on the Lovecast.
You making yourself a papi show, merda. You making yourself a bloody clown. A up and down the country looking for obia, and your perspiration smells so strong. Well, girl, you only wasting your time. Obia, wedding bells don't chime, and you can't trap me with necromancy. Melda, oh, you making wedding plan, carrying me name to Obia man. All you do can't get through. I still ain't going married to you. Oh. Gallic in your bosom, me name in your shoes. If you really want a wedding ring, Melda, there are many other ways and means, like scrubbing your teeth and bathing regular. Soap and water keeps you fresh and clean. Well, nastiness going cause your debt. Your love man can't stand your breath. You too damn nasty, get away from me. Melda, oh, you making wedding plan, carrying me name to Obia man. All you do can't get through. I still ain't going married to you. Look how many nights we hug up tight, tight, tight. All we ever know was love and peace. Oh yeah. Now every minute is only fight, 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 fight. Till you using Obia man for priest. Oh yeah, yeah. You don't seem to understand. Obia can't upset my plan for Papa Niza. The Obia man is my grandfather. Oh yeah. Melda, oh, you making wedding plan, carrying me name to Obia man. All you do can't get through. I still ain't going married to you.
she's a sensation, the reason for aviation. And fellas, you got to watch it. When she wind up, she bottom, she go like a rocket. And fellas, you got to watch it. When she wind up, she bottom, she go like a rocket.
Yo, what's up? This is Sanjay from Delhi to Dublin. You're listening to the Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
From Brazil, the funky jazzified sounds of Nomada Orchestra, going back to the album Entre Mundos and Something for the Insects called Madam Butterfly. We also heard from British producer, sound designer, and video game music composer Feature Cast, mashing up the calypso beats and putting some fresh paint on the track Rock Ya Body by the Mighty Sparrow. We also heard a classic by the man himself, the late Mighty Sparrow, something called Obia Wedding for anyone getting married this weekend. I'm sad to admit that I lost my one opportunity to see the Mighty Sparrow when back around 1990 I traveled all the way across town to the Danforth to see him live. It didn't matter that I had a media pass and I traveled all the way across town from the annex. The bouncer singled me out and wouldn't let me into the club because I was wearing Converse sneakers, which he told me weren't allowed according to the dress code. There was nothing about the dress code on the ticket, and I was there as media, but he still wouldn't budge. The problem was that if I went all the way home to change my shoes, I would have missed the show anyway. I suspect that he didn't like the color of my skin, and that's how my one chance to see the King of Calypso was sabotaged by a nasty bouncer at the Spectrum Club in Toronto 35 years ago. We also have Nick Gomez and his Afro Percussion Inc. conducting a ritual behind my voice on this beautiful hot August day. Dave O Rama is throwing a special Carnival Schizophonica, so it's time to get you into costume so you can join the parade because I have something El Freaky coming up on the decks right now just for you from the Lovecast.
Soy un rockero cucho, pero me llaman el friki.
Yo soy un rockero cucho. Yo soy un rockero cucho que le gusta lo moderno. Este viejo tiene un gusto de aquello lo que sabemos. Este viejo tiene un gusto de aquello lo que sabemos. Este viejo tiene un gusto de aquello lo que sabemos. Sabroso, sabroso. Yo soy un cucho sabroso. Sabroso, sabroso. Yo soy un cucho sabroso.
I'm K-Son the Bear from Babyface Brass, street corner busking crew from Vancouver, BC. Well, you're listening to the Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
Me levanté bien temprano, allá en Ramón de las Yaguas, observar las maravillas que tiene ese territorio. Palmas hermosas, gran cafetales, piña sabrosa y panal de miel. Nunca pensé que podía encontrar tanta belleza en ese lugar. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Ahí el café se da como hierba, cuando se cuela qué rico es. Yuca con ñame y carne de macho, es su comida tradicional. Yuca con ñame y carne de macho, es su comida tradicional. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Allí el café se da como hierba, cuando se cuela qué rico es. Sí. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Yuca con ñame y carne de macho, es su comida tradicional aquí. Oye, compa y Juan, me voy pa' las Yaguas. Oye, compa y Juan,
sí señor. To the hi-fi out of Barcelona, boy, boy. Mario Cats, Dresden City. Oh! Shabba boy, quay. Díselo, díselo, díselo. Remix. Original Latin lingo.
Tuba player from Balkan Schmalkin. She wishes you all a wonderful day. Please listen to the Lovecast with Dave O Rama.
Díselo, díselo. Oh, best way, the fresh way, east way, west way. Bad your cats, boy, you're quiet. Best way, the fresh way, east way, west way. Bad your cats, boy, you're quiet. Best way, the fresh way, east way, west way. Bad your cats, boy, you're quiet.
Saturday. Alamo Saturday. Ma femme Saturday. Iriamo Saturday. Ma femme Saturday. Afrique mon Saturday. Ma femme Saturday. Amo Saturday. West Amo Saturday. Yamamo Saturday.
The Carnival is approaching its final block of the parade route, with French-Canadian producer Quicksound adding some extra magic to the wonderful music of Vancouver-based Ghanaian guitarist Alpha Yaya Diallo on the track Mosulu. Sicilian producer Rude Hi-Fi also made an appearance with the Barrio Beaters, mixing up the Barrio Cats Balkan Cumbia remix of the song Santo Precario. British band Ska Cubano getting the drum and bass treatment on the Russ and Rock remix of the song Oye Compa Juan. And Colombian DJ collective El Friki bounced us off in a cumbia style with something called Sabroso, featuring a collaboration with legendary Colombian accordion player and band leader Alfredo Gutierrez, weaving his infectious melodies for us. Bringing us insight of the final kilometer of the parade route, where our Lovecast Carnival Schizophonica Globalisto will reach its inevitable conclusion. As an expat Torontonian living on the West Coast, I often miss the opportunity to attend Caravana, so I urge you to go out and participate on my behalf in my absence. This show is dedicated to my late friend Doug, who was the last person I attended the Caravana Festival with. A beautiful memory I will never forget. I wish you all a wonderful Carnival weekend in Toronto, and I hope everyone listening today is busy celebrating the beautiful weather in your own special way. If you want to explore the broad spectrum musical diversity that is the Lovecast, you can access hundreds of past shows to stream or download at mixcloud.com/Dave O Rama or at thelovecast.podbean.com. So please share the Lovecast with all your friends, because music is a great tool for creating peace and joy in this beautiful and yet precarious world we all share with one another. So please do your best to pass the peace around, and please make peace a priority in your own life. To take us on out of here, And back into the parade, I will leave you with something from Haitian band Ram to cool you off a bit and fill your heart and head with some warm weather joy to inspire you to go out and take part in all the carnival festivities. And of course, until we meet up here again next week, this is Dave O Rama wishing you peace, love, and consciousness.